What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Snowcast Sports Talk Podcast. This is not an official episode. I just wanted to make, this is going to be a very short video, but I just wanted to make, I guess, a thank you video to Brian Daboll. Last night was the NFL Honors presentation or show, honors show. Basically what they do is they go through and they give different NFL awards out, and Brian Daboll was up for Coach of the Year. He was against Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers. He was against Nick Sirianni of the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was up against Doug Peterson of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Brian Daboll came out with the win. He won the NFL Coach of the Year for 2022, and I just wanted to make a video thanking him. I think all Giants fans, including myself, know that the past 5 years has been nothing short of a nightmare. From Ben McAdoo to Pat Shurmur to Joe Judge, all three coaches were absolute crash and burns. And even though there were times where we felt good about a few of them, it just didn't feel the way this year felt under Brian Daboll. And the reason he deserved to win Coach of the Year, in my opinion, was he truly won games, and his team won games because of the coaching. We went up against teams that had superior rosters at every position, and because of Brian Daboll, his coaching, and also his coaching staff, we came out with the win. And two of the biggest games to me that really that are really, top-level games that really showed was the Green Bay Packers game in London and the Baltimore Ravens game at home, I think the week after or the week before. I think those games alone gave him Coach of the Year chances, and then, to take your team to the playoffs after a slump in the middle of the season and beat the number 3 seed at home in Minnesota, which is not an easy place to play. I just can't say thank you enough to his coaching and to what he did with this roster. It's nothing short of special, and it was probably my favorite year of being a Giants fan since I've been a Giants fan since 2015. So just huge congrats to you. I know this is really just for my community to know that, hey, Brian Daboll was Coach of the Year, and back when we hired him, he was absolutely the coach that I wanted. I remember during the hiring process for Joe Schoen, I wanted Joe Schoen, and then for the coaching hire, I wanted Brian Daboll. For no other reason than after you watched that Bills-Chiefs game, you knew the Bills knew what they were doing, how to build a roster and how to run an offense, which were the two things the Giants were struggling with the most. We didn't know how to build a roster, which we learned very clearly by our lack of depth at any position, and we did not know how to run an offense. After the last 2 years of Joe Judge being 31st and 32nd in total offense, we needed to fix those two things. And where Joe Schoen did a great job, I'd say Brian Daboll did an even better job at not just installing an offense, but also giving up the play calling and letting Mike Kafka do that. We learned through Ben McAdoo and Pat Shurmur that just because you're an offensive mind doesn't mean you're a good head coach. And Brian Daboll really embodies everything that makes a great leader. And again, I can't be more ecstatic that he's our head coach. And I just wanted to make a short video just saying congrats to you, Brian Daboll. Thanks for being the best head coach the Giants could have possibly asked for this year. And I look forward to the continued success and being able to cover the Giants and watch everything he's able to do with only an improving roster from this year out. So and then on another note too, I want to thank everyone who has supported the podcast in any way, shape, or form, either watching, liking, commenting, or telling someone about it. Very much appreciate you. I know the off season's coming up, but just know there's still tons of content. We'll be doing more, general NFL stuff than just Giants. With both my brothers John and Matthew being co-hosts with me at times, and there's a lot of great stuff coming up. So, and then on a final note, Wink Martindale is no longer in the Colts head coaching hire pool, so Wink Martindale will be back next year, which is great. I think, Brian Daboll said when he won Coach of the Year, all the coaches under him are the reason he was able to win it, and the players too, and that's very true. So happy Wink will be back. So only good news, but again, just congrats to Brian Daboll. Thanks for a super fun season. Thanks for validating me, by the way. I really blew a lot of smoke up your ass all year, and you went far and above what I expected from this team. So congrats to you. Thanks to everyone. And I'll see you on the next podcast. Peace.